Hey Dragon Slayers! Today's video is about the additional resistance moves like the overhead press and your anterior and posterior chain. In addition to the three primary moves of push, pull, and legs, there are three more accessory moves which add additional value if you have time for them. We would consider the primary moves to be the bare minimum for any full body workout. But if you have the time, throw in these as well. So that's Ted Naiman's recommendation. I think that you should work your whole body. Way earlier, I put in my workout, and I can recap that again for you guys later. But I'm going to stick to the PE diet because that's what I'm here to display. He says that horizontal pushing movements like the push-up work all of the muscles in your pushing chain, including your chest, shoulders, and triceps. Overhead pushing or press moves work the same muscles, but place more emphasis on your shoulders and less emphasis on the chest muscles. Adding presses to your pushing exercises is a great way to ensure complete development of your shoulders. You might have to build up some basic pushing strength with push-ups first, but when you're ready to get into pressing, the pike push-up is a place to start. Once you can do easily 10 of these with slow perfect form and the highest difficulty, then you can graduate to the handstand or holds against the wall. Next is the partial range of motion handstand push-up, followed by the handstand push-up negatives. So the pike push-up is just think push-up position, but your butt is way up in the air. So you're trying to press down basically. And then a handstand push-up is exactly what it sounds like, right? You jump towards the wall to get into a handstand position. And it says eventually the goal is full range of motion handstand push-ups, an advanced move indeed. Because it's dangerous to take these all the way to failure, one strategy is doing a hard set of handstand push-ups just shy of failure, then lowering the difficulty and the danger factor to a pike push-up and finishing the sets to failure. The anterior chain involves all of the muscles in the front half of the body, especially the core muscles, such as the abdominals. The easiest and our favorite is the hollow hold. Lie on your back with your lumbar pressed into the ground and your arms outstretched overhead. Your abdomen muscles tilt your pelvis upward, lifting your feet slightly off the ground at the same time, and to lift your arms slightly. So this one's a little hard to describe, but you can YouTube like a hollow hold. You're basically laying on the ground, your arms are overhead, your legs are out, and it's like I can't even possibly show this on the camera angle, but you can easily find what that looks like online. So the posterior chain is simultaneously a very important set of muscles for general appearance and also the single most neglected by everyone. Why most important? Because these muscles create your posture. And believe us, that is the very first thing anyone notices, consciously or unconsciously. The second you walk into a room, stand in front of the mirror, look at yourself. Then try to make your posture as poor as possible. Slouched shoulders, drooping neck, zero muscle tone in your glutes. Like what you see? We didn't think so. Now do the exact opposite. Stand up as straight and tall as you possibly can. Pull your shoulders back and as hard as possible. Engage your glutes and spinal erector muscles as hard as you possibly can. See the difference? A tight posterior chain contributes more to your appearance than anything else. Working the posterior chain with body weight is quite easy, and like most of these calisthenics, all you really need is the floor. The best starting point is a Superman. You lie on your stomach, arms stretch out in front of you, then engage every single muscle in the back half of your body, including the muscles of the lumbar spine, gluteus, and hamstring. So the Superman is basically going to be the opposite of the hollow hold, right? The hollow hold is on the back, stretched out. Superman is on your stomach, stretched out. And so says once you have placed the highest tension you possibly can in all these muscles, hold it for as long as possible. Next up are the glutes. Bridges. Lie on your back with your knees bent and then thrust your pelvis as high as possible. Try to engage your glutes and hamstrings and lower back as much as possible, and then hold for as long as possible. So these are the additional moves, but I think it's very crucial to work your shoulders, which it kind of goes back to my point of why I prefer weights over body weight movements. If you cannot work out with weights, then absolutely do calisthenics. If you can work out with weights, I strongly prefer weight lifting over calisthenics, because you can just get so many more muscle groups more easily than with calisthenics. That's my personal preference. That's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can support me with Patreon. The link is in the description below. And remember that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.